Welcome to Broadhead Manor. I'm Bill. I'm the owner of Broadhead Manor right now. We are an old middle school, the first middle school actual first school of Broadhead, Wisconsin. One half of our building was built in 1906. The other half of the building was built in 1936. The half we're in right now, the gymnasium and everything, is the 1936 half. The original school sat on this property from 1885. That was the absolute first school. There was a fire in 1904 in that school where several children were burned, but they didn't die. None of the teachers died, they were just burned from the intense heat of the fire. It was a wooden structure, everything like that. They tore down that building and built our 1906 half on that foundation. The original limestone foundation of the 1885 building is there. If you dig down anywhere on our property, you go down 3 feet, you hit the limestone bedrock that we're sitting on. They actually carved into the limestone bedrock to create this basement of this building. So everything is built on top of limestone with this building. We know how limestone tends to attract all our spirits. The spirits here, they are just basic students, principals. We have a janitor spirit. We also have recorded teachers, Mr. Scott, Rebecca, we never got her last name. We do have 2 of the principals. One is Miss Principal Eck, which was the original 1906 principal. He was here until about 1912, 1913, somewhere in there. Same as our janitor, which is John Neuschwanger. We got his full name. He's a Swiss-born immigrant. He was the original janitor in this school from 1906 to 1912. The second principal that is here is Mr. Fiskerer. His name was Carl Fiskerer. He was principal here from the 1936, that was my phone, sorry. The 1936 to about the 1950s, he was the principal here. His wife Sally was the administrator. She is also here in the building. We have several named spirits. We have Elizabeth, Norman, Charlie, Thomas. We have one we call Hay because he likes to sneak up behind you and go, hey, right in your ear when you're doing something intense. When you're working on electric, when you're working on something, he sneaks up behind you, nobody else is in the building, and all of a sudden you jump, your hands fly up in the air, and you go, what the blank was that? So, yes, we are loaded with different entities. Now, if you want to go back to what else can cause energy in this building, we have a railroad tracks that run through the town of Broadhead, which is on the back side of our property, maybe 300 feet back from the actual wall of the building. That railroad tracks connects us to Greenwood Cemetery, which is 4 blocks away. Greenwood Cemetery has roughly 1,500 known grave sites in there from the late 1800s up till now. All of those people that are buried in that cemetery that we have found out from today's date went to school here. Across the street from that is Newcomer's Funeral Home. Well, Newcomer's Funeral Home was very generous to us since we do run a haunted house attraction during the month of October, every weekend. They donated us their morgue table. We have their morgue table in a part of our haunted house. It's set up with the embalming machine that they donated also. Now, you want to go back even funnier parts, that morgue table and embalming machine was used by everybody in Greenwood Cemetery. There are plenty of attachments on it. We know this already. We've already found this out. For all the people that are out there that are going to be viewing this, there are no negative or evil spirits in this building. Don't run around claiming demons. Don't run around doing anything like that. We've already had that. We're going through a fight with that right now. I'm not going to say who, what, why, or how, I will not call out names, but they're losing. Because they all claim they caught demons here. Okay, not a big deal. We have a mean, grouchy old janitor spirit, and both principals were brought up with the belief of we are firm, we are strong, we are here, we run this building. I have an agreement with them since I own the place that I can tear the place down. They leave me alone. That's basic, plain and simple. The entire town of Broadhead, every building in downtown that was built in the 1800s, they're all still existing, and they are all haunted also. There are a total of what they've counted now between 8 and 9 Nephilim, which are elementals, that predate everything that's been here. They were put here before the people were. The indigenous people did talk about the Nephilim being around here to protect the earth, protect the land, everything like that. We happen to have one at each end of our building protecting this grounds around us, because on the corner of our property, I have a little triangular piece of property that I get taxed separately for that is an archaeological boundary area. When they brought the railroad tracks through, they leveled 6 to 8 burial mounds, old Indian burial mounds. They scattered the bones out into the field. One part is on the corner of our back corner of our property. I do not want anybody out there investigating or anything like that. It's sacred ground. We leave it alone. I can't dig there without a state archaeologist coming in to actually determine what bones are going to be buried there, because I'm going to dig them up. You know, that's if I do dig back there, I will hit bones. There were several people that were buried in that, and it was all indigenous cultures. Yes, the Winnebago tribe is very upset that they did that. Well, the Nephilim protect the town, they protect the grounds, they protect the indigenous culture that was here. Right now, through the SB7s and the Ovulists and everything else, the devices that people brought in, not just one person, this has been over 10 or 15 different groups that have actually stood out in our parking lot, have gotten their language through their SB7s and Ovulists and stuff like that. We've had it translated. It says, at peace, calm, leave us alone, basic stuff like that. So we leave them alone. We just respect them. The elementals will come through. They'll tell you they're ancient. They are earthbound. They are, you know, they come through with a deep, growly voice. If you come in with a negative attitude and you try to call out one of our elementals, yes, they will make you sick. They will make you violently ill. I've had people projectile vomit out in the parking lot just because they want to be smartass. And I don't believe in that. One night, I did let one group go back onto the railroad tracks back to where the burial mound used to be. That night, I had the fear of God put into me. Something hit my shoulder when I was locking up the building. I don't remember running to my expedition and driving 2 miles down the road before I pretty much just came out of it and go, what the hell am I doing this far away from the building? I don't remember driving that distance. And it's happened to a couple other people here too. We had one kid just 2 weeks ago, no health issues whatsoever, has never had asthma, never had breathing problems, anything like that. He leaned up against the wall right where one of the elementals is known to be. And they said, if you're here, could you please talk to us? He said, no, leave, on their devices. And they didn't leave, they stayed there. Well, as he's sitting on the floor leaning against the wall, he suddenly leans over and goes into a full-blown asthma attack. And he's never had asthma ever in his life. His girlfriend freaked out, drug him down to me with the other 2 people that were there. They're all freaking out that he's in this asthma attack. I said, walk him across the street. Walk him across, get him off the property. Just walk him out the front doors and across the street. As soon as he got across the street, he was perfectly fine. He actually has never had another problem in this building because I said, come in and say, I'm sorry. And he did, and the rest of that night, the next day, he was here the full day and never had a problem the whole day. That's just one example. I've got 10 or 15 other examples of what those elementals will do to people. But right now, they don't mind people coming in and investigating and stuff like that. They actually like to play. you know, they will joke around with you. They will, along with the kids. The kids will mostly joke with and laugh with you. But what else would you like to know?
If there's anywhere else in the building you want to show us, or
I'm
is that
going
the
to
basic
show-
history for the whole thing?
I will walk, that is the history of the building itself.
Okay.
We actually, you can see the foundation underneath the building, because we do have a crawl space that goes under the building at that end.
Okay.
That end of the building is all wood and brick. This end of the building is concrete and steel. So, as we go through our walkthrough, I'll show you parts of our haunted house. I'll point out the spots that we have, that we do get activity and stuff like that. Can't guarantee you're gonna get activity at all.
Yep.
But 9 times out of 10, people walk away here and they're just like grinning ear to ear. They just don't know what the heck to do.
Awesome.
As it's moving down the hallway like that,
You can't see the fog on the camera.
Yeah, you can.
She's reading the directions to Gabe. He's supposed to guess what 2 tablespoons is. She's gonna get like a.
We just had orbs moving, Kara. And there's orbs that have been moving,
Well, it could be dust too, because there's movement with the frost.
coming all the way down across.
Well, I'm looking.
that could be dust.
There's somebody in here with us. Can you move the fog?
Is this like a mannequin right here?
Yes.
That one wasn't dust.
That one
I'll
moved.
actually turn on the light so you can see what it looks like down the hallway.
It'll flip off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at Jason.
Mm-hmm. Now, that's about how tall he would actually be in real life. Because he's supposed to be about 6'8".
Yeah, so with the lock you be.
My brother's
That's
6'8", so.
I don't like that.
Your brother's not that tall.
They're all over the building, so.
Yeah, he is.
Just be prepared.
Shoulder maybe. That's a little much. That's like
That's a
that.
little much. She's like this tall.
Okay.
We have
Yeah.
14
Little high.
new statues coming down from the house.
That's like 7 feet tall. Maybe a little more.
We have all the
I don't
clowns
like
from all
I don't
horror
like
movies. Room right here.
I like that angel. Or not angel, but I like the statue.
You will get activity in this room. This used to be the old music room, and you will, there are still, if I come in by myself sometimes, I'll sit down on the stage. Building's dead quiet, you'll hear kids singing in here, like from back in the day. And I'll walk in here, you won't hear a thing. Walk back out on the stage, you'll hear it coming from this room. It's really creepy. Yes, all of our props we build. When we run the haunted house, that used to be a funeral parlor in that room, we moved that to the other end of the building now. But you used to come into the funeral parlor, and while you're sitting down, your group is sitting down watching the funeral director give you the story of the person dying in the coffin. Our nurse used to grab one person from the group without you knowing it and bring him in here, put a zombie makeup on, and throw him behind the curtain here so he can scare his friends.
That's funny.
When she'd go back in and scream, everybody'd run into here. That door was locked. This was pumping blood through the embalming machine, through the body and down through the drains. And you'd have to find a key in this room somewhere to open that door.
That's cool. That's cool.
So you put on a pair of rubber gloves because this has blood bubbling over it. You have to reach in here, pull out the heart, reach in here, grab the key, pull it out, give it to the nurse to get out of the room.
That's what we did in October.
Are you getting grossed out, Tina?
When people come through here, they normally walk in and they're like, oh my God, look at this, it's gross. And you reach over and they touch it.
We are all
We
infected.
smother this whole thing in Vaseline. So when you pull your hands off, it's all strings. That table where the guy was laying with the heart, that is the morgue table that came from the Cumber's funeral home with the embalming.
Nice. These bathrooms? Or what
Okay.
bathrooms?
When you guys need to use it,
Oh, this is actually, okay.
this is the actual bathroom you would use. I'll leave the light on in here for you.
Whoa. I didn't realize. So the mist is moving.
and swirl through the fog past you. Like kids walking down the hallways.
Cool. Watch one go into the bathroom and they have to take off.
That used to be the showers back there. Girls' bathroom was in there.
Okay. That's not the working one, right?
Nope.
Okay.
There's no working water in the entire building. That used to be the coach's office back there. Huh?
Coach's office in here?
Yep. She'd sit in here and get towels.
Yeah. One where you have the office inside the girls' locker room.
Activity in this room late at night, like 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. It just picks up in here. And if guys are in here, they will tell you, get out.
But the guys, it's a girls' one.
Should I put my signature on? Yes, it was here. Wait, can I write that I was here?
I don't know if you want to. Don't erase their stuff.
One of our main leaks comes down the center stairwell. Steps are moist. So up and be careful you don't slip. If you go down this walkway, there's really, we've never gotten anything back here. It's the whole boys' locker room. It's just dead. I've had so many people go in there, oh, we're gonna investigate it. We're not in there. Okay. I've never had anybody get anything, so
Well, now
don't
I
waste
want
your time.
Now I want to see it. No.
Pumpkin head.
He normally stands up like 14 feet tall, and when you hit the step pad, he drops and spits blood. And when he does it, yeah, you touch it. When he drops and does that, I had him all hooked up, so all the investigators that come through could actually witness him going up and down. Well, when I turn the power on to him and leave, you hear him. And I'm like, what? And I was like, the kid's spirits are running back and forth like a step pad and setting him off left and right. And I turn it off, and it's fine. You don't hear it anymore. The minute I turn it back on, it's not a fault. Because he won't go off for the longest time if I'm walking around working in these rooms. All of a sudden, I'll leave the room. They just want to set him off to mess with me.
Yeah.
Here you can see the original floor joists for the old building
Oh, spooky.
between the concrete.
Okay, camera that.
When we fall down there, I'll give you a nice picture.
We might send you down there later.
But the old floor joists do run through there all the way across.
Now I almost want to see if we can power him up.
I want to go through it. Hold on.
The old cafeteria. Now what is our funeral parlor?
Let me guess, you usually have people that come out of there too? For the haunted house?
No, we have people go through it.
Oh, okay.
It's a full-fledged funeral parlor.
Nice.
I'll walk you back through there in a minute. People lately have been getting a lot of activity in this room. A lot of the kids' spirits like to play in this room.
What was this room? It's kind of feels like a funeral, to be honest.
It is, it's a funeral parlor.
Like from like in the school or like.
No,
She will just
this is
put
part
that
of our
over there.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make
but a
sure.
lot of the stuff in here is the old antiques and everything that are in here did come from other locations that are
Working or non-working?
working. Very active.
Well, that sounds
And
cool.
before anybody asks, yes, that is a real stuffed cat.
I was just gonna ask that.
It came with that love seat.
Oh, what a nice combo.
What a nice combo.
You know these babies?
The old lady, her cat passed away, she had it stuffed,
Oh, that's nice.
and she always kept it on the love seat with her. And then the old lady passed away, so her daughter gave us
Did they
the love
separate?
seat.
Mom!
Yeah. That's the
My
first thing
business,
I
stop
asked.
looking for just a second.
That
reminds me of the butler from Scary Movie.
Let me use my strong hand.
That's like the cat's actual fur.
That's the actual cat, yes.
That was a real cat.
You can see the bone of the tail.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's gross. And also kind of sad.
That would not surprise me if you hear meows in this room.
Well, they're not gonna be here. Let's put one of those spirit balls right next to it.
Oh, neat.
There's so many
Even if I was a cat, I would not want to be stuffed.
It used to be the cafeteria, that used to be the kitchen for the cafeteria. But for us, it's going to be our new horror museum's gonna be here, our gift shop is here. We have another gift shop upstairs with the bigger stuff. People, I tell people that he used to smoke those little short stubby cigars. Always had one in his mouth. Every picture I've got of him has one of those hanging out of his mouth. Darren Buss from Warshauer County Jail, he brought down 2 of those short little stubby cigars and set them and hit them on me. And he goes, about a week later, he goes, can you go see where, because I smelled cigars all over this room. You could not, that smell just would not stop. And it was strong. He says, go here, what do you see? I go, nothing, there's nothing in there. He's like, I put those cigars right there. I go, there's no cigars here, anywhere. I took pictures and everything for him. There were no cigars there whatsoever, but man, did you smell it down here.
That was an orb.
Wow, this is really dusty and grimy.
It came down, went across, and back up.
Well, this is cool.
This tunnel leads down to the boiler room. I'll leave these lights on for you guys.
Sure.
Okay, this is a ramp, so be careful.
Oh, cool, thank you. There's a ramp.
Okay. It's the old boiler room.
These are the original 1906 boilers from the building.
Chattanooga.
Oofed
Well, I don't think that they would move them if they didn't have to. They're probably pretty heavy.
You'll never get them out of here.
No.
Oh, you will hear that noise through the building in the middle of the night.
So we're underground.
Something slams this thing shut. Not all the time. It's just every now and then you'll hear
Really felt like
these old,
Yeah,
I'll show you.
I know.
These old boilers originally were wood fired, then they were coal fired, then they were oil fired, then gas fired. When they used, back in the day, this room down here, I don't want anybody down here. This is where I told the janitor you can have a safe space if he wants to get away from people.
Okay. Turn that on.
Good luck trying to get a picture in there.
Come in.
But this
It's
used
odd.
to be, they used to open the ceiling, dump the coal in here and shovel it into there. That's the old coal room.
Put your little flashlight on you. Oh, wow.
No, we just use it for a sump room. If any water comes in the basement of this building, it goes directly down there and out. Everybody does all this.
It is kind of dusty.
And again, here's the original limestone box. And then we creepify dolls.
Come on. Come on. Look at that. It's really heavy. It's really heavy.
After all those years, glass doesn't last that long.
No, especially with probably moving and moving.
Where would you say the most active spot is in the whole building? This room?
This room.
touch something on the table for us or talk through that black box? Anything? Are there 9 of you in this room?
Does anybody here with us today? Can you talk through that and let us know what your first name is?
Did the kids used to play sports in here?
Did you work here? That's not a camera over there. You can see it moving right now too. Go to some type of wind or a breeze or something. Curtains around it aren't moving.
Can you do something to show us that you're here?
You can feel the vibration of the train in the floor.
You touch something on the table? Please? Is there somebody over there playing with the curtain?
You want us to move to a different area?
We would really appreciate it if somebody could come through and talk to us. Or touch one of the objects. Was the teacher here? That was a woman's voice that said yes. Can you tell us your name? They used to play games of basketball in here. What was that?
You're wrong.
You need water? I didn't hear you. Did anyone get the game-winning point? Can you tell us your name? Are you a teacher or a student? What? We're just trying to communicate with you.
Saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then second, you were like, oh, that's freaking me out. Stop.
It's really neat.
It's like a mom.
No.
Noticed it. Everyone looked
No,
at it.
I'm talking about that
Yeah,
one.
the second one. Yeah, there's one.
The one in the middle.
Yeah.
Can you move that curtain again for
The
us?
corner was literally lifting up and down, like somebody was grabbing it and.
If you move that corner again, we will turn the light off.
Everyone looked and stopped. Both curtains stopped.
That was cool. That was like not wind for sure.
Oh, no, there's no one.
Was the camera pointed? Did they get that?
Nope.
Is there,
Dang it.
there's no like
Oh, there
heating
it
or
is.
cooling.
No, I'm talking about the other curtain.
The
Mom.
second one. The other one was
Like that one's moving slightly. That one looks like it could be wind, right? The next curtain right behind you.
It was on
The very, very corner.
Up and
See how
down.
the very, very corner
Is that
towards that curtain is kind of dropped down that little corner?
Yeah.
Something was lifting just the corner up and like folding it upwards and folding it down, back and forth.
That was cool.
It wasn't like the middle curtain is going literally up in the air, not just
That's
leaving.
cool.
I didn't see that.
The corner.
I'm looking at which corner?
The corner closest to the window with the curtain that was moving.
That's what we're at. That's really cool.
What do you guys see?
Look where I'm pointing.
Move the
Look,
curtain.
look, right there, that corner.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Look at-
Where is it up?
Still moving, just a little bit.
It's really cool. Can you move-
Oh my
there you go.
god.
That's so cool.
But they had, a
It was
minute ago, it was
holding
literally
it,
folding it
it
upwards
was
in the
doing
air
very
and
cool.
moving it.
I think it's harder for me to see with the shadows and like the
Did
shadows
you
of
move it a
the
whole bunch again? Because that was really cool. That was bad.
Dangerous.
Dangerous, back up.
Yeah, that.
Sorry, I was just seeing if you could set that green light off.
That light was really cool though.
What if someone fell out the window?
It was really cool. I mean, don't do that.
I'm not over dangerous.
Oh, crazy.
It is cool.
But yeah, do you see the corner that I'm pointing at?
Yeah, it was moving.
That corner literally folded, look,
Yeah,
see
it was
how
up, up.
look at
up,
me.
up. Ouch.
It's actually moving again.
It was going up and down like a whole bunch.
But
It was folding it.
It was
all the way up.
folding it, the corner up in the air like this, moving it up and down.
Yeah. I don't know if you can do that again. Like,
No.
Are you over there moving that curtain?
Like,
Like, oh,
Should we turn off?
the light, can you do it with the light on?
Maybe it wants us to turn off.
There you
I
go.
seen it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's awesome.
thank you.
That was so cool.
Do you actually see it flipping instead of just wind?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
See, look, it's lifting the corner up.
No, not even close. You have to damn near touch that antenna. Yeah, no. Thank you. Can you do that again? So you were a student here?
Let's get Bruce up and we'll put that down.
Oh no, that was not her.
Can you pick up your purse and put it back and see if it does it again?
Trust me, not her. Okay, guys, seriously? Why? You gotta be being close. You want to hit a spot on the second floor to warm up? Done. Okay, because the second floor was way warmer. Okay, we're going to turn this stuff off. You have one last chance to show us that you're here with us.
If you get any requests, you can talk to us about right here and let us know that you're here.
Or you can reach out, touch this antenna, and it'll light up. Or you can touch that black box, and it'll light up. Do something to show us that you're here. Please. Am I not supposed to be in here? Is this the girls' locker room?
Any girls? Any girls here? Any children here? What about any teachers? Are there any teachers here? No coaches. Coaches. Oh, yeah, coaches.
Did the coach make you play hard? Do you like it here?
dowsing rods, what you can do is cross them like this for a yes answer, or open them up for a no answer. So not touching them at all. Is there anybody in here with us? It's the dripping bucket. My hands apart a little bit.
Can you touch that black box over there in that dark room for us? They say no.
So, it was just food diary. Thing, just sit down. The handle just slipped down. It was like this, and then like slipped down like that. And it's a little wet.
You touching and playing with stuff in this room?
Stairs one.
I don't know, that's something, I know there is, but you know, it's just been, you feel on the butt.
Do you want us to leave this room?
Cross for yes, open for no. Are you a teacher that worked here?
Can you touch the antenna on that black box over there for us?
Okay, there it goes. Super slow. Okay, so yes, a teacher? You have to open it back up so you can ask the next question. Just play with the one that's weird. Thank you. Were you the band teacher? Leave it open for no, cross for yes.
Can you come over here and touch this antenna like this?
Were you
Lights up and everything.
the biology teacher? Science? Math? Bio? Okay, so yes to bio. Any of our child friends want to play a song on the piano for us? Feel free, we'll listen.
If you want us to go away and leave you alone, can you touch one of the black boxes over there?
Oh yeah, and now is her dead cat.
That's on the couch.
It's so cute. I wish my cat was that cute.
It's tiny like Ember is. For being a little cat.
That's so gross.
Twinkie Scooter.
Twinkie.
Kim's cat Flush. Who's cute? He would go that, but he's bad.
My cat's unique. He has 3 legs.
That's where they found the cat.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Gross.
Ooh, little stain. Or a whole mouth stain, I guess.
Like leakage.
It's like the same.
Same shape.
He's probably curled up in that little ball of poo. That's crazy.
This is how it should be built, right? It's been extremely quiet all night. Yeah. Or so much of you or anything.
Goodbye.
That's crazy. And behind me, did two more than one subject though. So the teachers got more than one subject. What do we do about that? Fourth grade.
Maybe it's a monster.
It is. Did you like working with children? Yes.
Is there any children here?
Are there children in the building? Any children here? Very open.
The next one too.
Can you point to where the children are right now? Using the numbers on a clock, directly forward being 12, down below towards E being 6, can you show us, one at a time, what the year is? Starting with the first number of the year. 1. Billy. 4.
Is your name Billy?
Is it 4? As soon as we get it right, if it is 4, then move on to the next number.
I think we got confused. I got confused.
Are you in this room with us?
Six.
6 is from 0.
Maybe have a profile.
touch something in this room to let us know that you're here?
18, what's the next two numbers? One, eight. Is that a 5? A 4? 1840, 1847, 1848. Carried. Yes. 1848. 1846. Or was it supposed to be a 9?
Maybe ask her again.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna restart, wait till it stops.
You just ask if it's 1846.
Did you say 1946? Cross for yes, leave open for no. Did you mean 1846?
So, they were originally from, well, were they? Because was there something else here before the school?
Did you live on the land before it was a school? Or were you born, maybe they were born in 1846?
That's kind of what I thought too, but you asked what is the year currently.
I said, what year is it?
Yeah.
Were you born in 1846? Cross for yes, leave open for no.
Do you think they're pointing to us children? No, maybe not.
Are the children playing behind me? Are the children downstairs in that direction? Yes, downstairs.
So they're downstairs a little back. So,
Vision.
and then maybe in that hallway too.
In the funeral area.
Are there any, is there anybody in the fake funeral area that we could talk to?
Goodbye.
We're okay, just talking to you.
This is the same thing.
You want us to leave the room? All I gotta do is tell us yes.
Yeah, if you're sick of us and you want us to leave, just let me know. We can cross it for yes if you want us to leave. Is there a message that you want to get across to somebody?
Goodbye.
I don't believe that at all, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is there somebody alive that you would like to get a message to? That you want to talk to?
You've been here